In the beginning, long before the earth, heavens, or gods existed, there was only the primordial waters, the boundless abyss. These waters were divided into two forces: Apsu, the god of fresh, sweet waters, and Tiamat, the goddess of the chaotic, salt waters. Together, they represented the undifferentiated and infinite potential of creation. Apsu and Tiamat mingled, and from their union, the first generation of gods was born. The first of these gods were Lamu and Lahamu, who were formless and indistinct, but they were followed by more defined deities, Anshar and Kishar, the personifications of the horizon of the sky and earth. As time passed, more gods were born, and the divine family grew in number and complexity. These young gods, full of energy and curiosity, filled the cosmos with their exuberant presence. Among them were Ea, also known as Enki, the god of wisdom, and Anu, the sky god. However, the incessant activity and noise of the younger gods soon became intolerable to Apsu, the primordial father. The peaceful calm of the ancient waters was disturbed, and Apsu found no rest. The younger god's energy had shattered the stillness that he and Tiamat had once known. In frustration, Apsu approached Tiamat and expressed his displeasure, suggesting that they destroy their noisy offspring so that they might return to their former tranquility. Tiamat, though concerned by the disturbance, was hesitant to harm her children. She sympathized with their vitality and did not wish to bring harm upon them. But Apsu was determined. He could not tolerate the chaos that the younger gods had brought into existence and resolved to eliminate them. However, the younger gods learned of Apsu's plan. Enki, the cleverest and most resourceful of the gods, took it upon himself to act. With his profound wisdom and magical powers, Enki cast a powerful spell over Apsu, lulling him into a deep sleep. Then, without hesitation, Enki killed Apsu, stripping away his authority and power. With Apsu's death, Enki claimed his domain and took his place as the ruler of the sweet waters. But the killing of Apsu did not go unpunished. Tiamat, filled with grief and fury at the loss of her consort, was enraged. Her sorrow turned into wrath, and she resolved to avenge Apsu's death. No longer the hesitant mother, Tiamat became a force of vengeance and chaos. She began to muster her strength and called forth a terrifying army of monsters to fight alongside her. Among them were ferocious dragons, serpents, and other nightmarish creatures. She also appointed Kingu, one of her most loyal and powerful supporters, as the leader of her forces, giving him the Tablet of Destinies, a powerful object that granted him control over the fate of all things. As Tiamat prepared for war, the younger gods were thrown into panic. None dared to confront her or face the might of her monstrous army. They convened and sought a solution, but none of the gods felt powerful enough to stand against the enraged primordial goddess. In their despair, they turned to Marduk, the young and mighty god of Babylon, a warrior god known for his courage and strength. Marduk, confident in his abilities, offered to confront Tiamat, but he made a bold demand. If he succeeded in defeating her, he would be declared the supreme ruler of the gods, and his word would be law. Desperate for a solution, the other gods agreed to Marduk's terms, offering him the mantle of leadership should he prove victorious. They held a great feast in his honor, granting him divine weapons, including a powerful bow and arrows, a club, and a net to trap his enemies. Marduk set out to face Tiamat. The battle between them would decide the fate of the cosmos. Tiamat, massive and terrifying, filled the heavens with her monstrous presence, surrounded by her army of abominations. But Marduk was undeterred. Riding his chariot powered by storm winds, he confronted her with courage and cunning. The fight was fierce and chaotic, with Marduk using his divine powers to control the elements, hurling storms and winds at Tiamat. At the height of the battle, Marduk trapped Tiamat in his net and struck her with a powerful arrow, piercing her heart. With a final roar, Tiamat's body collapsed into the waters, and her monstrous army was thrown into disarray. Marduk swiftly dealt with Kingu, taking the Tablet of Destinies from him, and declared himself the ruler of the gods. But Marduk's task was not yet complete. Tiamat's body, massive and sprawling, was still a chaotic force, and the world needed to be shaped. With great care, Marduk divided her corpse into parts, using her body to create the ordered cosmos. He split her in two, using one half to form the heavens and the other half to create the earth. From her eyes, he made the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, and from her belly, he shaped the mountains. Her blood became the waters of the seas, and thus the structure of the world was established. Marduk then set the gods in their proper places, assigning them roles and responsibilities. He placed the stars in the heavens to serve as markers of time, and the moon and sun to regulate the day and night. Order had finally triumphed over chaos, and the world was in balance. The cosmos was now a place of stability, where the gods ruled and governed in harmony. However, Marduk's work was not yet done. The gods, though powerful, still needed servants to tend to their needs and maintain the order of the world, and so Marduk conceived the idea of creating human beings. From the blood of Kingu, Tiamat's fallen general, Marduk fashioned the first humans. This act imbued humanity with both divine essence and the weight of responsibility. Humans were created to serve the gods, to perform the labor necessary to maintain the world, and to offer sacrifices and prayers to the divine. With the creation of humanity, the world was finally complete. Marduk's rule was established, and the gods celebrated his victory and the order he had brought to the cosmos. He was proclaimed the king of all gods, and his word became law. The city of Babylon, Marduk's sacred city, was declared the center of the world, the place where heaven and earth met. There the gods would convene, and from there Marduk would reign supreme. Thus, the Enuma Elish tells the story of how the world was created from chaos, how Marduk rose to power as the supreme deity, and how humanity was shaped to serve the gods. It is a tale of divine struggle, cosmic order, and the establishment of kingship, both divine and earthly. The epic reflects the Babylonian worldview, with Marduk as the symbol of divine kingship, order, and civilization, his triumph over Tiamat representing the triumph of the structured world over the formless void of chaos.